first thing to do is to decide what colourway you want for your rainbow and put them in the order starting from the middle all the way out to the edge. And obviously you're going to need 7 colours. So for round 1 we're going to use colour 1, the first colour, and you're going to use 2 strands of double knit yarn together, and you need a size 6 crochet hook. You need to do 12 treble crochets into a magic circle. Now there are loads of different YouTube tutorials on how to do a magic circle. Some people prefer to do it that way. I prefer to do it this way, which I think is a little bit easier, but it's up to you. So doing it my way, I'll show you how I do my starting circle. So I do a slip knot like this, pull through that loop, put that onto my hook, pull it tight, and then I'm just going to chain 2, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. Try not to have your tension too tight because you want to be able to work into that stitch there of your chain. So into that first stitch on your chain you're going to do 12 treble crochets. So yarn over, put your hook through that first stitch there, pull up a loop. So you'll have 3 loops on your crochet hook, 1, 2, 3. Then it's yarn over, pull through 2 of those loops, yarn over, pull through 2. That's your first treble, and this is UK terms. If you're using US terms that would be called a double, but let's just stick to UK terms so as not to confuse anyone. So that's number 1. We're going to do 12, so I'll do a few more. Yarn over, put your hook through that first chain stitch again, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. There's 2. Next one, yarn over, hook through the circle, pull up another loop. So there's 3, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. So there's 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm just going to go ahead now and make sure we've got 12. Okay, so that should be 12. I'm just going to count. So if you count back from the stitch that's, don't count the one that's on the loop that's on your hook, count that's your last stitch. So there should be 12 trebles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so that's your first one there. You find the stitch that looks like a V there. You're going to put your hook underneath, so it's on your hook like that. That's it. And then pull through a loop like that, and then we're not going to go over this time. We're just going to pull straight through that one, and then yarn over and pull through to just fasten it off. Cut the ends and pull through and pull it tight, and then you can find the tail from the middle stitch there and pull that really tight to close that middle hole so that it looks like that. And that's your first round, and it should have 12 treble crochets. Okay, so for round 2, the next colour, we need to increase 12 treble crochets to 24 treble crochets. So in each one of these 12 treble crochets we're going to put 2 treble crochets. Now you need to be careful, because if you look at the stitches, and as you become better at crochet, you'll be able to easily spot what a stitch is, but there's 12 there. But here where this one's joined is a sneaky little one that isn't a stitch, so don't put anything in that one there or you'll end up with the wrong numbers. You can check by just counting them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. See, that one's not there. So we're going to join the colour like this. To the loop. 1, onto your hook. And make sure you leave a bit of a tail because that's going to tuck into the middle when we sew the rainbow together. So try not to always join where the knot is. So let's move along a stitch, and it'll affect the shape. If you join there every time, it won't be a perfect circle. So let's join here. Well, actually no, let's not join there because we'll forget about this sneaky stitch. So we'll join here. Okay, and just remember the stitch after that knot isn't a stitch. So let me just show you what I did there. I just put the loop on my hook like that. I found the stitch two stitches away from the knot, that stitch. Put your hook under the 2 V's like that. Pull up a loop and just slip stitch it there so it's fastened on, and then chain 2, 1, 2. That's going to count as a treble. See, it's as tall as one. And then we're going to make our first real treble. Yarn over and put it into the same stitch because we're increasing, so there needs to be 2 in each one. Pull up a loop, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2. So you've got 2 trebles now. That's the one we've just made by doing 2 chains, and that one there is the real one in there. So the next 2 need to go in this one. Yarn over into the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Another one in there, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Now, because that's where the knot is, that's the not real stitch that we're going to avoid at all costs. So skip that thing into the next real stitch there, okay? Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2. And we're just going to go all the way around so that we end up with 24, because we're doubling from 12 to 24. Okay, so I've now got 24 stitches, 2 in each one all the way around. So I'm just going to join to the last stitch there. See the little V there? So put your hook underneath the V like we did last time, that last stitch. Pull your yarn through and just pull it straight through. That's called a slip stitch. Okay, so you're going to close the round by doing a slip stitch and then yarn over, pull through to fasten it off. Cut your ends, pull through and pull it tight, and there's round 2. Now in the pattern for round 3 we're going to get the next colour. Now this time it's not simply doubling all the stitches all the way around, we're just going to add another 12 stitches, so the pattern goes up in 12s, and that's what makes it like circular all the way around. So you do your slip knot again and join that colour on. But this one looks a bit less tricky than that last one we did, so just don't do anything with that knot there. Okay, so we're going to put our hook into this one, and this time instead of doing 2 into each stitch, we're going to do an increase every other stitch. So start by touching the colour, slip stitch like that, and then chain 2, 1, 2. So that's going to count as 1 treble, and we're going to do 1 treble and then 2 trebles into the next stitch. So that's the increase. So yarn, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, and then the increase is the next one into the same stitch, yarn over into the same stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. So you've got 3 trebles, and then we're going to just repeat that all the way round. So ignore that one, that's not the stitch, is it? Let me just double check again. If you're ever unsure, just count. So we've got 2, there should be 22 left, and that's going to go in the next one. So 1, 2, 3, 22, yeah. So it's going into that one. That's the tricky one. It's just because of the knot, it's there to confuse us. So yarn over, pull up a loop, through 2, through 2, there's 1 treble. Into the next one we're going to do 2 trebles. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over into the same stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. So we've got treble, 2 trebles, treble, 2 trebles. Next one's going to have a treble in, yarn over, through the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Into that one is 2 because that's the increase. Every other stitch is an increase on this round. Yarn over, through the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Another one in there. Okay, so carry on like that all the way around and you'll end up with 36 stitches. Okay, so when you've gone all the way around, making sure you've done treble crochet and then an increase, which is 2 treble crochets in the same stitch. Go back to the beginning again, and that first treble that you did at the top of that one, which is that stitch there, you're going to just join with a slip stitch and then fasten off with your knot, pull through. That's the end of round 3. Okay, now we're on round 4, so we're going to go from 36 stitches to the next one's going to be 48. So we've got a slightly lighter pink. Do a slip knot, hooking. I'm going to join to this stitch, and this time the pattern says it is 2 treble crochets and then 2 treble crochets into the next stitch, so 2 then 2, so that's all the way around. Slip stitch to join and chain 2, 1, 2, that's going to count as our first treble. Pull it tight. Okay, so the next stitch we're going to do a treble, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, so treble, treble, and then in the next stitch, not this one because that's the tricky one, we're going to do 2 trebles, that's the increase. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So you've got treble, treble, 2 trebles, and then we're just going to repeat that all the way around. So yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Next one, to the next stitch, yarn over, so you hook in, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. And then the next one is the increase, so you're going to put 2 trebles into the next one. Yarn over, pull through a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 off your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over into the same stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So it goes like this: 1 stitch, 2 stitch, 2 in the same, 2 in the next, 2 in the same, all the way around. So treble, treble, 2 trebles in 1 stitch, treble, treble, 2 trebles in 1 stitch, and that's all the way around, and you should end up with 48 stitches. Okay, so I've done that next round now, and there should be 48 stitches all the way around. The other side looks a bit scruffy, but don't worry about those ends because they're going to just all go inside the rainbow. Right, so the next colour, it's not that much different than this colour, it's a little bit darker. We're going to join, and this is round 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're doing round 5. And this one's going to be 60 stitches all the way around. So start with the slip knot and join that colour on to the last colour. Working back from the knot that you joined, make sure you're aware of that sneaky stitch every time, because you don't want to end up with too many stitches. Put your hook through there, slip stitch to join, so pull up a loop and then just go straight through, pull it tight, the tail, that's it, and then you just crochet 2, 1, 2, and that's your first treble. Now in the pattern, this row is going to be a treble into the next 3 stitches. So 1, that's the one we've just done. 2, 3, don't do that little knot. So, and then increase in the 4th stitch along. Okay, so yarn over through the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. That's the next one. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, and then so that's 1, 2, 3, and then increase into that one, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, into the same stitch, another treble, that's the increase, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and then you're going to just repeat that all the way round. So treble into the next 3 stitches, and then increase into the 4th stitch along. One, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, all the way around, and then you should end up with 60 stitches. Okay, so we've had to zoom out a little because it's getting quite big now. So this round had, well, it's round 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's got 60 stitches all the way around. So now we're on round 6. What a nice purple colour now. So we're going to join that colour, and this one's going to end up with 72 stitches all the way around. So it's taking quite a bit more time to get round the circle now. So remember, make sure you're not doing the join on the knot every time. So there's a stitch, go back to that one, 2 stitches back from the knot, join with a slip stitch, like that, out of the way, pull that tail, and then chain 2, 1, 2. That's the first treble. This time we're going to do 4 trebles and then an increase. So into the next 4 stitches, a treble. So 1, that's already, we've just done that one there, 1. That's the next stitch, 2, ignore that knot, 3, 4, and then the 5th stitch is going to have an increase, which is 2 trebles in 1 stitch. So 1 treble, that's the next one, 2 trebles, oh, along there somewhere, hang on, right, yarn over into the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and then next one, and then in the 5th stitch we're going to do an increase, like that, and you're going to just repeat that all the way around. So I'll do another set, yarn over, treble into the next stitch, yarn over, treble into the next stitch, and then that one we're going to increase, so 2 trebles into the same stitch. I'll meet you back when you've gone all the way around, and you should have 72. Okay, so that's the end of round 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no, round 6. So now we're on to round 7. This is the last round, and it's a nicer, like a lighter purple. So this round should have 84 stitches by the time you get all the way around. I've had to zoom out again so I can fit it in. Oops. Okay, so there's the knot where I joined. I'm going to go back to that one, put my hook in, slip stitch, pull it tight, and chain 2. That counts as my first treble. And then this last round, it's treble in the next 5, and then increase in the 6th stitch. So yarn over, oops, hang on, I got caught up in the tail from that one. You just pull it tight and move it out of the way, that's it. Okay, yarn over to the stitch, pull it up, pull up through the last, and pull through the last 2. That's 2. We need 5 trebles, the next 5 stitches. Pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. Four, and 1 more. Okay, now we're going to increase in this stitch, which is 2 trebles in 1 stitch. And then we're just going to, let me just go back, I didn't like that little imperfection. Okay, we're just going to repeat that all the way around until we've got 84 stitches, and then it's time to finish it off. Okay, so we've finished, that's all 7 rounds. What we're going to do now is fold it in half, making sure we've got all these end bits inside, and then fasten it by slip stitching all the way around. This is why this is so easy, because there isn't hardly any sewing to do at all, apart from the last one. So fold it in half, make sure it's perfect. Oh, I didn't fasten off the last round just because it means there's less ends to worry about, but if you fasten off it's fine. Just join again in the same colour as the last one, and then you're going to get your crochet hook and just poke it through the stitches at the edge and slip stitch all the way around. And you're only going to slip stitch because we don't want to add an extra stitch, because it will just make it look out of symmetry with the rest of it. So you can see what I'm doing there. I've folded it, and then if you turn it you can see the 2 ends. Find 2 stitches there that are adjacent to each other, and then push your hook through, pull up a loop, and then pull it straight through and carry on to the next one through the next 2, and just slip stitch all the way around. and that'll close it into the semicircle shape for the rainbow. So I'll carry on and meet you back at the end. Okay, so I've gone all the way around and just slip stitched all around, and then it's perfectly together, and then you get to the end and you just chain one, snip the ends off, and then fasten off, and then you can get a darning needle and just put that inside. And now is the time to add the tassels. Okay, putting on the loop, so you're going to get 6 lengths of 30 centimetres long, so that you can double them over, and then they'll hang about that far. So I've got 6 centimetres. It's 6 strands of 30. Fold them in half to form a loop. Get your crochet hook, put it through the bottom of the rainbow, catch hold of your loop and just pull it through, and then pull the tail through, and then pull it tight, that. And you're going to do that all the way along, following the colours till you get to that end, and then I'll meet you back there. Okay, so we've got all of the tassels on. I'm going to neaten them up in a minute and show you how to straighten them out so they're nice and smooth. We need a hanger, so I'm going to take the outside colour, and then if you imagine the semicircle split into quarters, I'd put one there on that first quarter and then join the other side to there. Okay, so put the colour onto your crochet hook. So I'm going to go in about there, and then slip stitch to join, crochet or chain 30, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 28, 29, 30, and then we're going to bring it over to there, so you've got your little hanger. Yep, maybe it'll be better if I move that one up another 2, but just eyeball it really and see where you think the hanger should go. I'm going to put it there just so it's symmetrical, hopefully. So put your hook through, pull up a loop, and then just slip stitch, and then chain one, cut the end, pull it through, and then pull it tight. Now you can get a darning needle, or what I think is quite an easy way to do it is just get your hook and poke it through to the inside, then there's no sewing at all needed. Snip those off. That's that one gone. Do the same here. If you go further down then it won't. And if you pull it out there then you can just cut that off. Like that. So there's your handle. Now shake them out and try and smooth them down, put them flat. And then you just need to get the scissors and give them a trim so they're nice and straight. I mean, it's probably better to just hold it up and then do it, and then just make sure you cut it so it's nice and straight all the way across. So I'll do that and then I'll return. Okay, so to just put the finishing touch on, you can either iron it, or what I found through making my crochet horses, it's absolutely fine to use straighteners because, well, at first I thought it'd frizzle up and damage it, but it doesn't. So just go through each one and it'll just pull it down, make it a bit longer, make it shinier. So I'll carry on doing this all the way along and I'll show you the very end result. Okay, so that's all finished. You can obviously do any colours you want to. You can hang them anywhere, in the garden, in the bedroom to brighten up the room, in your camper van, at work, in the office. I just think they're lovely. And if you want to do a tiny one, just do it with a size 3 crochet hook and only one strand of double knit yarn. Okay, thank you for listening and watching, and good luck with your rainbow.